Kevin Linderman, and I wanted to show you guys around my new Mallett Premium building. And one of the other things I wanted to talk to you about today was how impressed I was with Mallett as a company. I'm a pretty particular person, as you're probably going to be able to tell when you look at the inside of the shop, but I couldn't find one thing to complain about. All the crews showed up on time. They did exactly what was expected. They cleaned up after themselves. They finished in time, and I couldn't be more satisfied with the whole process. Mallett Building updated my text messages every so often. Mallett Building would text me the updates on what was going to happen next the whole time, kept me abreast of the latest developments. So I would give Mallett Buildings a 10 out of 10. One of the things that I was the most concerned about when I went to order my building was, is it going to be big enough? What size do I actually need? I ended up purchasing a 40 by 80, and the front 20 feet is the awning that you see. So the enclosed building is 40 by 60. And so come on, I'll show you around and you can see what actually fits in a 40 by 60. So I do different industrial steel projects. You can see I have a lot of big industrial equipment, and I have plenty of room to get around. I even have room to set things on the floor if I have a really large project that doesn't fit on the welding table. And then in this back corner over here is where I have all of the automotive. Wash my truck, put diesel exhaust fluid in. This is also where I keep my bolts and screws in this gray cabinet, and I decided to go with shop air. So I have 3/4 inch air running throughout the whole shop. This is my sharpening station if I need to sharpen a chainsaw or work on any small engines. And then you can see my wood shop is on this side over here. Now you can tell about how much better the metal side looks than the wood side. I'm more of a metal guy than a wood shop guy. Right here, I developed a paint booth because no matter what project I do, I'm gonna end up painting it at some point. And so this is air conditioned. There's double doors in case I have a big project I need to bring in, but I have air ran in here and air conditioning, and this fan vents the fumes outside. You can see I have the 3 lights so I don't get any shadows. This room is 8 foot by 12 foot. And then this room over here is our craft room, mainly for my mom. This room is 12 foot by 14 foot. And it's also air conditioned. And it's still a little bit of a work in progress. I still have to do my dust collection, which you see sitting here, but it's not hooked up yet. And then this will eventually be cabinetry, where we will have a miter station and some drawers to store things. Still a work in progress. I did install a bathroom facility here, mainly for mom again. But we have an in-shop bathroom. I'm a big coffee guy, so we have a kitchen with a coffee maker and refrigerator. And then up here is the sink and also the mechanic area. If I need to turn any wrenches, I can do that from here. So thanks for looking around, guys. I am so happy with my shop, and I really appreciate the opportunity to show it to you. I'm Kevin Linderman, and I wanted to show you guys around my new Mallett Premium building. And one of the other things I wanted to talk to you about today was how impressed I was with Mallett as a company. I'm a pretty particular person, as you're probably going to be able to tell when you look at the inside of the shop, but I couldn't find one thing to complain about. All the crews showed up on time. They did exactly what was expected. They cleaned up after themselves. They finished in time, and I couldn't be more satisfied with the whole process. Mallett Building updated my text messages every so often. Mallett Building would text me the updates on what was going to happen next the whole time, kept me abreast of the latest developments. So I would give Mallett Buildings a 10 out of 10. One of the things that I was the most concerned about when I went to order my building was, is it going to be big enough? What size do I actually need? I ended up purchasing a 40 by 80, and the front 20 feet is the awning that you see. So the enclosed building is 40 by 60. And so come on, I'll show you around and you can see what actually fits in a 40 by 60. So I do different industrial steel projects. You can see I have a lot of big industrial equipment, and I have plenty of room to get around. I even have room to set things on the floor if I have a really large project that doesn't fit on the welding table. And then in this back corner over here is where I have all of the automotive. Wash my truck, put diesel exhaust fluid in. This is also where I keep my bolts and screws in this gray cabinet, and I decided to go with shop air. So I have 3/4 inch air running throughout the whole shop. This is my sharpening station if I need to sharpen a chainsaw or work on any small engines. And then you can see my wood shop is on this side over here. Now you can tell about how much better the metal side looks than the wood side. I'm more of a metal guy than a wood shop guy. Right here, I developed a paint booth because no matter what project I do, I'm gonna end up painting it at some point. And so this is air conditioned. There's double doors in case I have a big project I need to bring in, but I have air ran in here and air conditioning, and this fan vents the fumes outside. You can see I have the 3 lights so I don't get any shadows. This room is 8 foot by 12 foot. And then this room over here is our craft room, mainly for my mom. This room is 12 foot by 14 foot. And it's also air conditioned. And it's still a little bit of a work in progress. I still have to do my dust collection, which you see sitting here, but it's not hooked up yet. And then this will eventually be cabinetry, where we will have a miter station and some drawers to store things. Still a work in progress. I did install a bathroom facility here, mainly for mom again. But we have an in-shop bathroom. I'm a big coffee guy, so we have a kitchen with a coffee maker and refrigerator. And then up here is the sink and also the mechanic area. If I need to turn any wrenches, I can do that from here. So thanks for looking around, guys. I am so happy with my shop, and I really appreciate the opportunity to show it to you.
At Mallett Buildings, we've been proudly serving our community for over 25 years. When it comes to building structures that last, experience matters. You've probably seen some companies offering long warranties, 10 years or more. But here's something important to consider. Can a company without a long track record truly back that up? It's easy to make promises, but what really counts is the ability to deliver, not just now, but 5, 10, or even 20 years down the line. If a company hasn't been around for very long, what happens if they go out of business before the end of their 10-year warranty? What happens to your warranty then? The answer is simple. You're left with nothing. No support, no repairs, no protection. You've essentially been robbed of the protection you were promised. At Mallett Buildings, we've been here for the long haul, with over 2 decades of experience. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless satisfied customers who can tell you, when we say we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty, We've proven it time and time again. And if something goes wrong years from now, we'll still be here, ready to make it right. Our customers trust us because we don't just build structures, we build long-lasting relationships. We use only the highest quality materials, kiln-dried, ground-treated lumber, and MCA ground-treated posts with lifetime warranties. That's why our buildings are designed to stand strong for decades, and why we can confidently stand behind our warranties. And don't forget, we're a state-licensed contractor with licensed engineers right here in Louisiana and Texas. We don't cut corners, and we adhere to the highest standards, ensuring that every building we construct is built to last. When you choose Mallett Buildings, you're choosing a company with real credentials, real experience, and a proven commitment to quality. We've built for families, businesses, farms, and more, all with the same dedication to excellence that's been our hallmark for over 25 years. So when a company tells you they're offering a long warranty, ask yourself this: where will they be in 10 years? If they disappear, so does your warranty. Here at Mallett, you know we'll be here, just like we've always been. At the end of the day, a warranty is only as good as the company that stands behind it. Choose the name that's been trusted for decades. Choose Mallett Buildings. When you're ready to invest in a building that lasts, call us and let's get started. At Mallett Buildings, we've been proudly serving our community for over 25 years. When it comes to building structures that last, experience matters. You've probably seen some companies offering long warranties, 10 years or more. But here's something important to consider. Can a company without a long track record truly back that up? It's easy to make promises, but what really counts is the ability to deliver, not just now, but 5, 10, or even 20 years down the line. If a company hasn't been around for very long, what happens if they go out of business before the end of their 10-year warranty? What happens to your warranty then? The answer is simple. You're left with nothing. No support, no repairs, no protection. You've essentially been robbed of the protection you were promised. At Mallett Buildings, we've been here for the long haul, with over 2 decades of experience. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless satisfied customers who can tell you, when we say we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty, we've proven it time and time again. And if something goes wrong years from now, we'll still be here, ready to make it right. Our customers trust us because we don't just build structures, we build long-lasting relationships. We use only the highest quality materials, kiln-dried, ground-treated lumber, and MCA ground-treated posts with lifetime warranties. That's why our buildings are designed to stand strong for decades, and why we can confidently stand behind our warranties. And don't forget, we're a state-licensed contractor with licensed engineers right here in Louisiana and Texas. We don't cut corners, and we adhere to the highest standards, ensuring that every building we construct is built to last. When you choose Mallett Buildings, you're choosing a company with real credentials, real experience, and a proven commitment to quality. We've built for families, businesses, farms, and more, all with the same dedication to excellence that's been our hallmark for over 25 years. So when a company tells you they're offering a long warranty, ask yourself this: where will they be in 10 years? If they disappear, so does your warranty. Here at Mallett, you know we'll be here, just like we've always been. At the end of the day, a warranty is only as good as the company that stands behind it. Choose the name that's been trusted for decades. Choose Mallett Buildings. When you're ready to invest in a building that lasts, call us and let's get started. At Mallett Buildings, we've been proudly serving our community for over 25 years. When it comes to building structures that last, experience matters. You've probably seen some companies offering long warranties, 10 years or more. But here's something
Lee Mallett from Mallett Buildings. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. We've got quite a show today. We've got 3 or 4 people we're going to be talking to, hopefully live. Mr. Stango's already typed in cash. I guess he's looking for a deal. So we're going to make some deals today, so let's hang on. Let's get started. Once again, this special will end actually Sunday, okay? That's the Elite Building, a 30 by 50 by 12 for $39,999, or if they're 40 by 60 for $55,999. And if you type in cash, you get $1,000 off of these buildings. Now, why are these buildings cost what they cost? Look at what comes with them. Nobody else is doing this. They're not standard. They're not advertising 5 on 12 roof pitch standard, 9-foot spacing, 3-foot truss spacing, and 2 by 8 trusses, scissor trusses at that, standard on these buildings. Also, a new thing that's been added. Our concrete slab now comes with control joints on the Elite Buildings. And that gives me a chance to address Mr. Who bought a Elite Building. He bought a 30 by 50 on 1010, Mr. J. Fusilier. Everybody that if your slab has not been poured, every Elite building that we've sold will get the control joints. So to answer your question, yes, you got it, sir, because everybody that got an Elite's going to get the control joints. Why do you need control joints? Control joints is what lets that slab flex. And we're going to talk about control joints in a little bit too. Now remember, look at what all you get. I mean, they ain't got nothing out there like that. I'm telling you, I've been doing this 25 years, and I'm telling you, none of them are building anything like that. But anyway, go to the next slide. Where's your question? Yeah, we do, Mr. Champagne. Let me think here what it is. It's $500. You get $500 discount. And you get $1,000 if you type in cash.
You did.
Oh.
I think it's
Is that the same one?
Yeah. Julie.
There's Mr. Kiefer. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Kiefer? So no, Ludi Novak, where y'all got Mr. Champagne at?
Julie Champagne.
Oh, Julie Champagne,
Cash.
but oh, cash. You got okay. Yeah, you're going to get the cash discount plus $500. And if you got I wonder if have they given you a bid yet? A quote? Okay. Hey, ask them if they got a quote. If they do, bring it up here. Maybe I'll make a Tiger deal if you already got a quote. All right. So you got that. All right. Let's talk about the price match. Once again, here we go. They hadn't printed anything since then, so I'm staying on this one until they do something else. All my competitors, I challenge you to put your best foot forward, put your head out there, and this is what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to put you up here, and I'm going to beat you up bad. So come on, bring it on. And let me tell you something about price match. Price match is what we do to help the customer get the best price. We got the best quality, and we got the best service, and we'll get into service in a few minutes on something else. But anyway, here you go. You get $2,000 cash off of that because of price match. And if you look at this deal right here, I'm going to give you 2 roll-up doors, not 1 roll-up door. I'm going to give you roof and wall insulation. I'm going to get you concrete in your post holes, and I'm going to give you the retention cable system. Don't pay more for less. That's paying more for less. You don't want to do business with these people. Look at this. Don't pay more for less. Who they fooling? They're not fooling me, because this is what you can get. This is what you need if you want something. It's not the Elite package though. But head up, if that's what they want to do, we're going to head up against them, okay? Oh, let's see, we got replying, we are, okay, they're getting their quote now. Let them get that, tell them to bring that to me when they get that quote. I got my quote today. AJ did a great job answering my questions over the phone. If you have any more questions, Ms. Kiefer, is it Ms. Kiefer or Mr. Kiefer? Mr. Kiefer. Mr. Kiefer, if you have any questions, ask me now. I'll be glad. If he didn't answer and you got a question, throw it up here and I'll answer it for you. All right, next slide. Control joints in concrete slabs. Yesterday I touched on a little bit, and what we got going on here, yeah, we're going to give, once again, Mr. Fusilier, he bought an Elite building, he will get it. Anybody that's bought an Elite building yesterday from me, whatever, you get that now. And anybody going forward is going to get it too, because now it's part of our package. Now, let's go over it a little bit, because a lot of people may not have seen this. Control joints, as you can see, we're gonna put a grid of cuts, typically like this, okay? And what happens, and I'm gonna show you a slide in a minute, but what happens, imagine if this wasn't here, this is one big slab. If you get any shrinkage or expansion underneath it, it's gonna break and cause a crack. And I'll show you a picture there shortly. The purpose of this is it can flex. And I'll show you the depth on a 4-inch and the depth on a 6-inch. All the Elite buildings come with 6-inch slabs. Next slide. Okay, here we go. On a 4-inch slab, we're going to put a 1-inch cut in that 4-inch slab, in that grid pattern, okay? If we go to a 6-inch slab, we're going to put a 1.5-inch cut in there. So imagine now the slab, it can flex. See, it's not one piece anymore because it flexes. But if it does go, all right, this is what happens when you don't have the control joints. This is what happens when you have a control joint. It's a straight line. Okay? And so you won't have this. The other thing about this, if you put this thing into the grids, you only have to, and you have a problem, you can change out that. Just like I say, it's a 10 by 10 grid, you can just change out the 10 by 10 because it's straight, it's a square straight line. Okay? And look, if you're not spending the money to put in the pads, with the compacted pads, which we recommend, I'm telling you, you need to put control joints. I know a lot of people don't do it. They just put it on top of ground, and that's fine. But if you put the control joints, at least these cracks, which are possible to you, are going to stay where they need to be. But so control joints stop this from happening. Can't stop a crack, but it's going to be a straight crack. Yeah? But if you don't have a pad, a compacted pad with compaction tests, you're subject to this happening. Okay? And even with a compacted pad, you can have situations where you still get hairline cracks. Here, if you get a hairline crack, it's just going to be a straight line. It just looks like it's supposed to be there. If you've ever seen it, if I had a big slab, I could show it to you. But it's the only way to keep the slab from really doing all kind of stuff. Okay, next slide. Go back. Now these go back again. Let me show something. Back. I thought you had a picture with the thick. Go back again. That's all of them. Okay. So anyway, control. Those pads are those are very much. Okay. Okay. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Let's go back and talk about Miss Champagne. See what I can do for you. I'll tell you what. Today, you've already got the Tiger Cash. We're going to knock another $1,600 off of that building for you, Miss Champagne. That's a $2,600 savings. You typed in cash, you got $1,000. You've just saved $1,600 tuning in to here today to get a Tiger deal. By the way, let me tell you how that works. See here? It's Tiger time. All right? Let me close it up till I do another deal. All right. So I hope you're happy with that. But we saved you some money there, Miss Champagne. Thank you so much. Now, stamp plans and wind loads. We had we had a customer that. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. We had a customer down in Cameron who was concerned about wind loads. In Cameron, I have no control over the wind loads. The parish does. Each parish is different on all these things they do. Okay, but. The wind loads are being done by the parish of Cameron, or whatever parish you're in. I think you're in Cameron Parish, I think, huh? Yes, you are. And so they're going to require wind-loaded doors. I think down in there, your wind load's going to be, down on the coast, it'll be like 140. Then coming up a little, you keep coming up, it might be 135. But it's just because of your parish. It's because of all the hurricanes we have. The federal government has come in, and if you stay south of I-10, your wind loads get, the closer you get to the Gulf, the higher the wind loads. Now, when you go north, your wind loads start dropping. Okay, and so you got to build to those standards, and hopefully next year when we go to the legislature, we're going to try to do some things with the permit office that I'm working on to try to make some consistency, and there's not really no consistency. Okay, I'm going to add, let me finish. So, is that Miss, okay, so Miss Pascal. Okay, let's see here. What can I do for you? Let me see if I can do anything for you today. Well, did you type in cash? Is she there? Which one is that? Miss Pascal? I don't see her. Miss Pascal, I'm going to go ahead and, if you're not watching, if you're watching, you need to type in cash, and I'll give you $1,000, and I'll knock another $1,500 off if you buy this building by this week, by Saturday. Okay? All these deals are by Saturday this week. You do these deals, I can do this. Now, this is.
That's later on.
That's later on? Okay, let me go to this question. But let me, okay, Mr. Keefe, I have about future loft build out we plan on doing on our building. Would we be able to add a grade beam or additional post to support the additional weight of the loft of the stuff we plan on placing in the space? Well, I don't know, it would depend on how much weight you're putting in there, but to be safe, yes, you'd be able to add beams, or just it costs you more concrete if you wanted to put a beam, and you can put post supports to help support the loft. You can do that. Yeah, you can always add that. That's not a problem. Now with a 6, I don't know. You know, it's hard to say. I don't know how much weight you're putting up there, but to be safe, I would put a grade beam. Or wherever you're going to put the post, you could just dig. You could dig a footing right there to sit, so it's got a footing to sit on. Okay. If you got a Mr. Hood, if you got an elite building, you're going to get it. All elite buildings are going to get the control joints. So if you bought an elite building, and if you hadn't poured the concrete, I can give you the control. If I already poured the concrete, it's going to be hard. But any building that hasn't been built and hadn't been poured, we're going to put your control joints in all the elite buildings. Okay, and I'm going to tell you, it's very important that you consider that, especially a lot of people are just not putting in the pads and getting those tests. No, it's only the elites get the control. You can, oh no, Mr. Hood, only the elite buildings get control as a standard product, okay? The price matches or even the signature and the value, they don't get that. That's not a standard. Now you can add them to them. Yeah, value or Best Buy wouldn't apply. You can add it. I mean, I can look and see if we can help you with it. Where are you located, Mr. Hood? Just try to tell me where you're located. Let me see what I can do. When he goes in there, is there anything else?
No.
But Mr. Hood, where are you located? Okay. Okay, I'm going to Leesville. Well, if we hadn't, okay. Let me work on it. Let me think about it. Maybe let's tune in tomorrow. Mr. Hood, you tune in tomorrow. I'm going to go review everything and let me see what I can do to help you, okay? Now, back to the wind-loaded doors, ma'am. If you're watching, Miss Pascal, look at all this wind hitting this door. Okay? Those parishes are requiring that because of what you see occurring with all the different types of winds. You know, they're different pressures, and it causes problems, so they want wind-loaded doors in those. But I gave you a discount, which should help you. Let me see. I hope you're listening. Yeah, I knocked $1,500 off. If you would type sign in cash, I could give you another $1,000. But anyway, if you get in, I'll address it. Okay. All right. Let's see what you got. All right. Back to the elite building, the best building in the business. Why? Hit it because it has all this. These other buildings don't have that. They're trying to tell you they build the same thing as me. They do not. They're trying to con you into believing that what they're selling you is this building, and it is not, because it does not have in it what this building has. It's that simple. Why is this building more? It's because of what's in it. Got nothing to do with, you know, they're just charging you too much. No, I'm not charging you too much. I'm just putting the things you need in this building so that you have less problems. I don't play that game like they play that game. They're trying to sell you something cheap and trying to get big bucks. I'm trying to sell you something that's expensive, but you're getting what you pay for. This is what you get. You get what you pay for in this world. Don't be deceived by this sell tactic. Oh, I sell the same thing. They don't have all this. Next. All right, 1,000 cash. Once you come after that building, right, I'll give you 1,000. Just type in cash. We'll give you that $1,000 Tiger money. Next. Price match, same thing. Here you're getting 2,000 because they ran this ad. So you hit 1,000 on price match, another 1,000 Tiger cash if you type it in, and you're going to get way more building. Don't pay more for less. Don't do that. Come over here. This is where you get this is what the best deal is. Next. Post frame versus steel. I hadn't talked about steel in a day or two. So anyway, I'm a wood man. I'm a post frame construction guy. That's what I concentrate. That's what I'm at. So, you know, the steel guys, they believe this is better. I don't. Now, the reason why I don't is their purlins are 3 to 5 feet apart. Their girts are 3 to 5 feet apart. Look how far apart their trusses. Look at the number of trusses I'm putting. Look at the number of girts I'm putting. Look at the number of purlins I'm putting. Now, the biggest problem you have with this over here, next slide, there's the problem. Right there. You can put a steel building all you want, but when those anchor bolts start deteriorating, go to the next slide. And this right here is a graph after 2 years, even stainless steel. This is iron, galvanized stainless steel. After 2 years, you're weakening your anchor bolts. So their eyes are not deceiving you. There's no way that anybody believes that that doesn't weaken that building. And that's the only thing holding down that structure. Same thing in stick frame. Stick frame house has the same problem. All these anchor bolts. Next. This is what the wind does to those anchor bolts too. Like them tubular buildings, that's typically what happens right there. Just bends them over. That tube, that's ridiculous. That don't make any sense. Those guys. And those guys they're not giving you, you got to be careful with those guys. I need to work on them tomorrow. Remember, I want to work on tubular tomorrow. Anyway, when we get to us, we don't have anchor bolts. We're going to put that post with a lifetime warranty inside that encapsulated post protector. It has a bottom on it, has a weep hole, and that post slides in there, okay? There, you're protected. It ain't going to rust like an anchor bolt. And then we put these grids, okay? You need to be careful with some of these guys. They put them in post protectors, and when they take them post protectors, they don't worry about wind just pulling right at the ground. So none of them do this. I do. I put this retention cable system, which means I take cables and tie them, all of them create a grid, and I put all the concrete on top so that the dead weight holds that building down on uplift. Okay? See? Look at that. Look. Now look at them cracks. If you'd have had a control system, it wouldn't be like that. If it would have done that, it would be a grid, okay? And this would be straight. You could cut that out of there and fix it. Okay? This is what happens when we don't have control joints. This is what happens when you don't anchor them right. And a lot of those guys out there doing this crazy stuff. First time you get a hurricane with a bunch of tornadoes or a bad windstorm, that's what's going to happen because they're not concerned about you. I am. That's why I put all that concrete, imagine, all that concrete sitting on all those cables. That's dead weight. All these cables are underneath that slab. It would have to lift that slab because all of them are tied to the post. That's also what's going to keep the post from coming out the ground too, by the way, because there's an anchor in every one of those. Go back. No, go back forward. Go forward.
You want the picture?
Let's go over here. So yesterday, this is what Fortify said yesterday. No.
Yes.
Yesterday. Today, they took it out. They must watch me. All right. With over 1 year of experience of staff in the metal industry. Well, like I said, yeah, that's not the building industry. I've been building stuff since I was probably 15, 16 years old. So if you really want to get theoretical over here, I could say, well, I'm 68, 20. I got about 50 years by myself. Ferguson, who's been here, he's got about 35, 40 years. I probably got 200 or 300 years if that's experience, if that's what we're talking about. But this doesn't say anything about building, because they're not licensed. Fortify is not a licensed contractor. Okay? So they added this today also. All right? Reed's Metal is a convicted violator. Metal Depot they'll build post frame. I'm a post frame guy. These guys want to, I guess, be post frame experts like we are. Well, that's not what they're doing. Heritage is out of state. They're out of state. They're all out of state. All three of these cats. Okay? But 93 years, yes, selling metal depots or metal buildings, not post frame. Heritage Building Systems, I don't know what they build, but they're not licensed either. They were never licensed. They're convicted of contractor violations, and they were only here, they're out of state too when they were Reed's Metals. They're sending all that money out of state. Here we go. Now, Reed's Metals, registered 5/8/2019. Go back to the other one. Now, 1998, they may be in Brookhaven, Mississippi, but not in Lake Charles, Louisiana, or even in Louisiana anywhere. And when they came here, they were rolling metal. They still roll metal. That's fine. But they were not, they kind of got that idea from one of my guys that left here. But they got no experience in this business. Not like me. And then you got the metal depots. Their registered date is 2013 here in Louisiana. But they're not licensed either. Not NCI Metal Buildings. Okay. Cornerstone. Wait, go back. Let's go back to this. All right. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. No, right here. Right here. Right here.
I got that.
Wait, right here. No, right here. Right here. With the great service and great materials. Now, I want you to remember these words right here. With the great service, great materials. Now give it to me. 413 complaints closed in the last 3 years. Cornerstone Building Brands, who owns all this mess, has got 413 complaints with 200 complaints in the last 12 months. Great, boy, great service and great materials, huh? I don't know how, I just don't know how anybody, when they see this, would not be concerned about what's going to happen with that. Yes, they can be insured like a home. Yeah, okay, what else you guys, did I miss somebody?
No.
Replying to Peter, yes, I'm working on a presentation for building out of the inside of the barn. We will be live with Lee maybe next week. Okay. Replying to Peter, they sure can. Oh, thanks. Okay, good deal. All right, so go on.
This is us?
That's us. Oh, I got one complaint in 3 years, and I fixed it. I got none in the last 12 months. A+ rating. Okay, next. Now, all of these cats have been convicted of violating state contractor law. And that includes Southern Style, S&S Steel, Precision Metal, Ranger Buildings, Beck Industries, and Reed's Metals. This is public record. It's right here at the LSABC. And let me tell you why you need to be concerned. Watch what happens next. Go. Well, let me go through this. The 5 red flags. Check the years in business. Go to Secretary of State. See what their licensure is and how long have they been licensed. Look for contractor violations, convictions, reviews on the BBB, and then visit the contractor's facility. Next. Now, when I showed you all them convicted violators, this cat has been charged with all this stuff. Not convicted, but charged. Okay? Next. That's, all he had was a, where's it at? Home improvement registration. In today's world, you can't go over 50,000. You can't do any new construction. Now you can under 50,000. You can be a home improvement, but we changed the law on that. But anyway, and he's been convicted in 2022. That's a red flag. A bunch of people probably got themselves in some trouble with this guy. Who knows? We'll see. Next. Remember this one? This is what happens, or possibly could happen, when you deal with somebody who's had a contractor conviction with the LSOBC. It's bad business. Misappropriation, financial, money laundering, he's been charged for contractor fraud. Next. Remember these two? These two from Lake Charles. This one from Iowa. 3 convictions. 1 conviction. But they've both been charged with contractor fraud. Now, have they found them guilty? I don't know, but they both got charged and they both got convictions by us, LSOBC, and I say us because I'm chairman of State Contractors Board, so, you know, that's why I say that. Next. All right, back to my stuff. Remember, the Elite Building, you can buy today, but cash, you get this $1,000 off these prices. I got 2 specs. This sale will end Sunday. Monday, I'll come up with something new. In the meantime, if you want this deal, type in cash, you can get this deal. Can a car be parked inside of a garage on the slab? Does that need extra support? Not on a 6-inch. Yeah, you can park your car in there. Can a regular garage door be installed? Yes, it can. Yes, the answer to that is yes. Just have to have the right dimensions. If you're going to put a garage door, have to have the right dimension. Give us the right dimensions from your door company so that we frame it out to fit that door. And it's a 6-inch slab and a lead, even a 4-inch slab. A car is going to hold. It's going to hold a car. But put control joints just to be safe. But yes, sir, Mr. Peter. Now, next. This is why this is the best building in the business. This is why this building costs more money. This is why we continue to add things, just like we've added control joints now. We are constantly striving to make a better building, a better product all the time. And that brings up a subject. A couple of weeks ago, there's a new building coming out. We got everything done this week. The Dutch lap, and tomorrow I'll show you some pictures of what's coming with that. That's going to probably be called a platinum building. And I'll get into that tomorrow, okay? That's going to be it looks more residential. The metal runs horizontal, not vertical. And we now have the distributorship for three states. Okay? So we're going to be shipping that stuff in here and you'll start seeing it because it's really, really pretty metal. Okay, what we got next? Tiger Cash. If you see anything that you want, call me in. Hey, come buy a building this week and you can type in cash, you're going to get $1,000 off any building, plus these buildings too, even the ones on sale. So Tiger Cash is where it's at. Remember this? I said, all my competitors, go ahead and put your best price forward, and this, I'm going to put you up here, I'm going to do this to you. So go ahead and do it. You see, folks, they ain't going to do it because they know I'll do that. Did I do something with this lady?
Yeah, yeah.
Miss Champagne?
You got everybody.
I got everybody taken care of? Okay, good. So remember, way better deal, bad deal, good deal. Bad deal, good deal. Why? $2,000 in cash first, and extra roll-up door, and roof and wall insulation, and concrete in the holes. Do I need to say more? I don't know what this is, but it ain't a good deal. All right, what's we got next? Mallett savings plans. Okay. If you're waiting for money to come in, or if you need to put money to the side, you can order this building today through the Mallett savings plan. How? You put $3,000 down, we're going to come here, we're going to design your building, and we're going to say, this is locked in. This price is yours for 18 months. In that 18-month period, you can send payments at 0% interest. You're locked in. Doesn't cost you nothing. That goes in a separate account, and if any time you decide, let's say in 18 months or whatever, because you can do 3-month extensions after the 18 months, 0% interest. Pay as little or as much as you'd like. So let's just assume that you bought a building for $40,000. And let's say you put down the $3,000. And let's say you started making payments, and at the end of the year you had put up $25,000. And you want to get out of the contract because something's happened. You're going to get everything back except the $3,000, and the $3,000 will be sitting there when you decide to get your building. Can't beat that deal. You really can't beat that deal. And we've got some new financing stuff I'm working on. It's going to take me a little while to get that done, but wait till I open up that can of worms. It's going to be these competitors in for a rude awakening. But anyway, so Friday, Jeff Scarborough live with me. This is a building y'all have all seen if you've been watching us and seeing our ads. This was built right here in Moss Bluff. Jeff, he's got a fine building. We're very proud to have worked with him. I've known Jeff a long time, and we really, really are proud of this building. It's really a beautiful building. While I'm here, he owns Scarborough Salon, and he also owns, what's the name of it?
Freedom Pharmacy.
Freedom Pharmacy. If you want to go, if your wife needs to go to the salon, or you need to go visit Jeff. And if you need your pharmacy, hey, check out Freedom Pharmacy. That's another business that Jeff has, and I'm very proud to have him here Friday. We'll ask him some questions. You know, instead of just reading a review, I like to bring in the person and let him tell you so that you can hear it right out of his mouth, and ask him some questions. That's hard to beat. I'm going to keep bringing people in. I'm going to keep bringing them in. Because I want you to feel safe. And then you got the ambassadors. I've got almost 100 ambassadors now signed up who you can call, go visit their building. You check one of my specialists, and we continue to add. We should end up, hopefully by the end of the year, we're going to have 300, maybe 400 ambassadors. And they're scattered. You don't have that deal on our ambassadors, do you?
I could.
Let me show you what I'm talking about. How many people, we've already got this many people who've referred people to us. You got it?
Give me a second. I can play a commercial.
No, we got it. We'll do it in a second. Okay. All these people have received, my phone's ringing on me. Let me turn it off. Sorry about that, I didn't put it up. Anyway, all these people have referred their friends to Mallett Buildings. And all these people, right now over 100 have signed up to be ambassadors, which means any of these places that signed up as an ambassador, they're willing for you to call them, talk to you on the telephone, or go visit and they'll show you their building and their experience with Mallett Buildings. Folks, nobody else is doing this. We are. Nobody does what I do. I think I'm the only one in the United States of America does this. And that's fine. I love it. I have no issues with it. I love to answer your questions. I love for y'all to tune in. I love every part of this. I've been doing this for 25 years and I don't plan on going nowhere. And I invite you to come visit our facility. We'll take you on a tour. I can tell you that our objective is to earn your business and you can trust us. Why? We've been here for a long time. A+ rating with the BBB. State licensed contractor. I fit all the criteria that you need to be or feel comfortable in your purchase. So be careful. Watch these other people. If they've been convicted, be careful. They ain't got a facility, be careful. If they're not registered with sex, be careful. But anyway, I think that's it for today. I've enjoyed it. I think that we've talked to 4 customers here, that we did some deals. You know, we got some Tiger deals going every day. You remember you got the Tiger cash. All you got to do is type in cash. That's $1,000 off any building every week. When I do this, during this week, you buy a building this week, you got $1,000 off any building I sell. Number 1. Number 2, if it's a special, you can take Tiger cash. So anyway, give me a call at 337-515-2154 or call our office, 337-214-0428. And always remember, when you do business with me, you're going to get my personal cell phone number. I don't think the others do that. Let me tell you what the others don't do. They're not open on Saturdays. They don't want to serve you. We want to serve you. We're over here till 12, and like I told you yesterday, you make an appointment, we'll be here till 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're here to serve you when it's convenient for you. So give us a call. 337-515-2154 is mine, or 337-214-0428. Thank you for listening. Enjoyed it. Have a nice night. I won't see you. I'm going to try to see you. I got to go to the board meeting tomorrow, so I'll probably have somebody step in for me. But I go to the State Contractors Board meeting tomorrow, and I'll give you some reports on what's going on to that. But anyway, thank you all for listening. Have a good day. And somebody will, probably Trent, second in command, he'll probably be doing a presentation, probably on commercial buildings or something else. But we'll put another show on. Once again, thank you for listening.
We all have busy lives. That means picking up a prescription can be
I'm here for pickup.
a little bit of a headache. Experience the freedom found in a local pharmacy with exceptional service. Welcome to Freedom Pharmacy. We all have busy lives. That means picking up a prescription can be
I'm here for pickup.
a little bit of a headache. Experience the freedom found in a local pharmacy with exceptional service. Welcome to Freedom Pharmacy. We all have busy lives. That means picking up a prescription can be
I'm here for pickup.
a little bit of a headache. Experience the freedom found in a local pharmacy with exceptional service. Welcome to Freedom Pharmacy. We all have busy lives.